You know, there's been all these complaints and all these sayings and all this stuff against certain things and avenues out there in the world. And I've heard it all before. But lately there's this big fight against these certain types of games. Ever since Nintendo got two nice little articles that came in, and people are making up shit about Nintendo, saying that Nintendo is milking their Mario franchise, which is true. They are. But I really don't care about it because most of these arguments are saying, like, well, Mario isn't like a first person shooter, or it doesn't, have like the chainsaw gun and splitting people in half, ripping their intestines out, or have any of that like real life, realistic graphics nonsense. You gotta have blood in your game in order to have an actual fucking game. Meanwhile, half these hardcore so-called gamers walks into the kindergarten schools and says, and are busy beating up little kindergartens and saying, "Your shit sucks! Down with the children's toys! Kill the children!" But all joking aside, I've heard these arguments before, you know, hating kitty stuff, things, that are too cartoony or too childish. I mean, when I was a kid, everybody hated cartoons. Now we got all those 3D cartoons, which is just as even more cartoonier than the actual cartoons, and everybody's saying, but it's more mature. Yeah, go watch I don't know, a couple of Disney flicks and tell me how many villains die at the end of, at the end of the Disney flicks. It's an unusually large amount. Or go watch, I don't know, Exo Squad, where the government thought that they can control a bunch of genetically engineered superhuman race called the Neo Sapiens, and they would control them by turning them all into eunuchs. You don't know what a eunuch is? Look it up in the dictionary. Let's just say taking a pee is going to be a very difficult thing to do. It's right up there with making all the you know, Jurassic prehistoric animals into females when you genetically engineer them or genetically recreate them for a giant theme park. Except they just decided to say, fuck it, and let's just cut the penis off. Just turn them all into eunuchs. Yeah, that's what a eunuch is. Or, watch the tens of thousands of animated features or anime features from Japan, or basically anime shows. Because half of them, well, actually, I think a good 15% of them, is porn. I'm not joking. We're talking full fledged animated porn. And some of it can get pretty fucking disturbing. But just as everybody keeps saying, or if you've lived back in the era where I was, cartoons are only for children. There is no such thing as an adult oriented cartoon, and if there was and you watch it, you're just watching kiddie porn. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've actually been said that to my face by my cousin. Or, that if anybody who watches any kind of cartoon once they hit the age of 15 should be punched in the face. That's what he actually said to me because no one watches kiddie stuff and you got to put that stuff down and grow the fuck up. And every time I'm hearing all these people attack Mario or attack games that are like too cartoony or too childish, especially the Lego series, it just reminds me of my cousin and the stupid shit he said to me about what playing with kitty stuff or watching any kind of cartoon. even the anime porn that exists in real life, well, they weren't really real. They're just animated characters fucking the shit out of each other, and I literally mean they are fucking the shit out of each other. Or, listening to half the critics who watched a certain movie called Heavy Metal. Yeah, which was an American slash Canadian movie, mostly American. Yeah, watching a movie with a naked woman, people getting their heads cut off or sliced open, or god awful acts of mutilation, or just watching a cab driver fuck a woman and that he just met in the back of his cab. He took her to his apartment first, but pretty much he fucked her outright. The critics screamed at that, saying, "Why are you showing these types of images to our children?" And some people would reply as, "Well, it's an animated film for cartoons." And their reply was this, and I kid you not: cartoons are only for children. If you show porn, that is only meant for children because it is made as a cartoon. And this is what I'm hearing in the whole, you know, rage against Nintendo or rage against the Lego series. It's this same argument, this same bullshit. It's, well, these are all cartoon based characters and they're only meant for children. So if somebody put two Lego figures fucking each other, only children are should be allowed to see it, and you should be castricized for showing them porn. What? Yeah, that doesn't make a lick of fucking sense. Of course, the Lego company ain't gonna be that fucking stupid. But you catch the drift. You catch the stupidity of how this argument has gotten to. Or you can be like Samuel the Tech Geek and just attack nostalgia altogether and say nostalgia is the disease that's somehow killing people. That's even stupider. There's this thing called for all ages. You know, if you're having fun with it, then then great, have fun with it. Who cares if the characters look like cartoons or if they're little like cartoony cutouts? It's a game meant to have fun. And if you're enjoying a cartoon series, like say the Batman animated series or Heavy Metal or Axel Squad or whatever, enjoy that. And by the way, Axel Squad in its first two seasons was successful. And with the sexual undertones, nobody complained, even with the large amounts of violence that happened in that show. Mainly because parents ignored it. Yeah, nobody complained about that show. That show was killed because of internal fighting within the studio. That's how come it never got a third season, because the studios were having a fight. Basically, they wanted to make cartoons meant for children and not, you know, mature thinking, smart animated cartoons. They didn't want to rub that thing away because, the old prehistoric thinking that cartoons were only meant for children, and so they have to be made with children in mind only. That thinking still haunts us mostly, especially with the influx of anime porn that seems to just flood in like a tsunami. It really does, and anime porn it's actually doubled, but yet we still have people who have this backwards thinking and understanding in how really fucking dumb they are. And I'm not telling everybody to go out there and make, cartoon porn. No. No, 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 no. We already got that with the Mass Effect series. Joking aside, Even though that BioWare was good with their Dragon Age 2, with having not one but two lesbian scenes. That's not a joke. That's real. Go look it up on Dragon Age 2 lesbian scenes. There's like two of them in one game. But replacing animations with CGI and then saying that that's adult because it's, realistic looking over, celled shades. No, no. It doesn't matter what you make it look like. If like a cartoon or, 3D, you're just in a prehistoric mindset. You need to get your head out and, like, I don't know, grow the fuck up. I'm basically just sick of this ignorance that just spreads like wildfire. Look, if people like the Mario series, so the fuck what? They like the Mario series. It's a fun series. And you don't have to go and attack fucking children to prove that it's an idiotic series or whatever. Or that Mario needs to go out to Bowser and rip his heart out and then dance on his intestines. And then piss down his mouth just to prove that it's a grown up game. And horribly mutilate its enemy. And that he has to horribly mutilate his fucking enemies. And have you go up there and masturbate to it like, yeah, this is the Mario game. Oh, look at him, what he's doing, that Koopa. He's squishing its eyeballs out, and oh, now he's just jacking off inside of its head after he lobotomized his fucking brains. Yeah, Mario, go! The fuck is wrong with you people? I mean, seriously, you're on an area of mentally fucking disturbed. Yeah, and you people wonder why anime is able to import so much of their porn shit in here. It's this kind of backwards thinking that is pretty much the reason why. See ya.